Hello everybody, a professional doomer and weeb here, and I just have one simple question for every single one of you guys watching this video. Are sports manga any good? Are sports manga... Wait. For some reason this question doesn't sound good in my head, but you know what, screw it, we're keeping it in. We're keeping it in. This is a question I asked myself a couple months ago because as someone who doesn't really care about sports at all, like in any media whatsoever, I never really saw myself enjoying any sports related anything. But recently I've been in a manga drought and haven't been reading anything, even though I have a whole shelf worth of manga to read, but, you know, that's besides the point. So I decided to say fuck it and look up some of the most popular sports manga in the market, and read 3 of them, those being Aisho 21, Slam Dunk, and Blue Lock. And those are the videos and those are the manga I'm going to be talking about in this video. Hey, just wanted to let you tell you guys that if you enjoyed this video, then maybe you guys could consider subbing to the channel and leaving a like, as I would very appreciate if you guys did that. So yeah, let's also have a like goal for this video. Let's try to get to 120 likes. Anyways, let's get to the first manga on this list. What, did you think I was going to talk about the manga in the order I said at the beginning of the video? Nah, I gotta keep the viewer attention, so let's talk about the most recent one of the 3. Soccer is one of those sports that almost everyone in my life has loved. Being someone who is Hispanic, my family kind of hated the fact that I didn't like soccer. And before I get those comments saying, from those people that are from the US saying, it's actually football, not soccer. Well, let me tell you something. I actually do call it that, just not in English. I say football in Spanish, so, yeah, chill on me, please. So when I heard that Blue Lock is the hot new, like, sports manga, I decided to give it a shot. I mean, it's so big that the uniforms that Japan used in the World Cup were inspired by Blue Lock. Like, how could I not give it a shot if it's like if it has that much influence on the world right now? The plot of Blue Lock is basically that Japan is sick of losing the World Cup, so they decided to make a Squid Game style facility so they could find the best striker in all of Japan. And in order to find the best striker, they send out 300 letters to every possible striker that has the talent of winning Japan a World Cup. And the name of this facility is Blue Lock. Yeah, I guess the title of the manga makes a lot more sense now. Oh, yeah, title drop. Let's go. Woo. And this is when we get introduced to Yoichi Isagi, our main protagonist who just lost the game. And would you believe me if I told you that the MC of this manga just so happens to receive a letter that's inviting him to Blue Lock? I know, it's a crazy, unheard of possibility that absolutely no one saw coming. So when he arrives with his little bitch boyfriend that's relevant to the plot, we get introduced to the best character in this manga, Jinpachi Ego. There is something about Ego that I just fucking adore. Whether it's this character design, which is very similar to my other favorite characters in other series, or his piece of shit personality. I just love this dude. Like, this man really just told everyone that only people who are successful as a striker in Japan is someone who could be an egotistical piece of shit. And anyone who doesn't want to be seen as one can fuck off and leave. And you might be wondering, what happens if you lose a game in Blue Lock? I mean, I did compare it to Squid Game earlier, so do you just fucking die? No, they made it so anyone who gets kicked out of Blue Lock will never be allowed to play on a official Japanese team for the rest of their lives. Which sounds pretty stupid and is a big turnoff for a lot of people who try to get into this series. Which I can understand. Dying seems like a bigger consequence than, you know, like just not being allowed to play in any team. But if One Piece taught me something, it's that crushing someone's dream hits so much harder than straight up killing someone. It's every player's dream in this manga to become the best player, and if you didn't make it, then you were just never number 1 player material, which is a soul-crushing thing to realize. The thing I liked about Blue Lock is everyone in the manga is taught one simple thing: to be a selfish piece of shit, or as Ego says it, an egoist. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. Please tell me I'm saying his name right. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Able.
Well, you are taught to be the best, and that is all they're teaching you. Also, can I just say the art in this manga is literally orgasmic? Is that something I could say without getting nuked? Nah, I'll just leave it in. It's fine. Every time a character decides to just like go in, it looks like that they're going to murder someone, and you can tell that every kick has so much power behind it. And the visuals for when a character is seen as a threat is so fucking badass as well. And if you feel like you aren't going to like it because you don't know the rules of soccer, you don't have to worry about that because I know nothing about it and I am loving it. So yeah, give it a shot. And with that, let's talk about the next manga. Okay, let me be honest with you guys. I read Ice Shield 21 at work like in March, so this part might not be as detailed as the last one. Future me will know. So who cares? Hey, future me here. I think it's shorter. Yeah, it's most definitely shorter. Ice Shield 21 is a manga about American football. It's a Japanese manga about a sport that's only popular in America. With a concept like that, you would think that it would flop, but no, it was very successful for some reason. Also, for some reason, I can't find any actual high-quality panels for this manga, so we're gonna get some of the most scuffed-looking, disgusting, like, pictures for visuals, yeah. Senna is the main character of this manga, and he is kinda lame. My guy has been treated as a gopher his entire life, and just goes around and brings things to his bullies. And when a certain someone sees how good Senna is at running, he wants Senna to join the American football team. So instead of just walking up to him and just asking if he wants to join the team, he just ties him up and blackmails him. And he also is just slightly gaslighting him, only just a little bit, not anything too extreme. So Senna starts his American football journey. Oh yeah, can I just say that Hiruma is my favorite character in this entire manga? If we're gonna make a list of the biggest menaces in anime or manga, Hiruma would be up there because he is so unhinged. Like, my guy has a whole, like blackmail book on everyone in the school, including the school principal. Oh, and like a true American, Hiruma has a whole arsenal of guns that he pulls out of his ass, like, at all times and just shoots his, like, teammates. He is the true mastermind of the Devil Bats, which is the name of the team Senna plays in. I kind of forgot to mention that. And that's the thing about Ice Shield 21 that I love. There are so many likable characters in this manga, and I would be very surprised that if you read this and don't have a character you enjoy. Like, we have Kurita, the, I'm saying his name wrong, I don't care. The gentle giant. We have Mamori, the older sister. Raimon the monkey, that's all he is. He's just a fucking monkey.
Stinky.
And the best girl in this manga, Suzuna. If anyone doesn't agree with me here, your opinion is just simply wrong, and I'm correct. And no one is changing my mind about this. And something I need to mention is how amazing the visual metaphors are in this manga. Like, bro, every single time they talk about a strategy in this manga or a technique someone uses, they always have a badass visual to show how it works or just how, like, effective it is. It makes this manga, for someone who, like me, who doesn't know the rules for American football, easy to understand. And that's thanks to the artist, Yusuke Murata, who is a fucking phenomenal artist. I mean, what would you expect from the same man who also illustrated One Punch Man? Yeah, he's the same guy. He's still pumping out bangers. But something I will say is, if you're looking for a grounded, like, more grounded manga with realistic games, then this isn't the manga for you because, let me just look at some of these characters and just no human being looks like this. This man's just a giant Snorlax at this point. But yeah, if you're looking for something that's more grounded, then let me more like grounded in reality. Then let me talk about the last manga of this video. And the final manga of this video is arguably the best one out of these, and that's Slam Dunk. One of the only manga Takahiko Inoue has finished out of his big works. The other being Real, which you guys should check out that video I made a couple months ago. Yeah, check out my Real video, please. This manga is the Godwin's Law of the sports genre. At any point when discussing sports manga, Slam Dunk will most definitely be mentioned and recommended for good reason. As I said before, Slam Dunk is the most grounded and realistic sports manga like today. I think I could just be making this up. Like, there's no bullshit powers, no weird techniques, no weirdly proportioned human beings, and most definitely no gun violence. This is just straight up basketball. Sakuragi is your typical delinquent who beats the shit out of anyone who gets in his way, except when it comes to girls. Then Sakuragi becomes a simp. But unfortunately for him, my guy has absolutely no riz and has been rejected 50 times since the start of high school. Just 50 more times, and this man will become a certain Riz Lord with 100 girlfriends. So what's the point of me even mentioning this, that this man has no Riz? Well, other than the fact that this is how the manga literally starts, it's because the only reason Sakuragi joins the basketball team is because a girl tells him that he should join the basketball team, to which Sakuragi almost immediately does. Oh yeah, and this is how we get introduced to Haruko, the one of the main side characters in this manga. Unlike the other two manga I mentioned previously, Sakuragi has never played basketball or has any unknown talent like Senna does. Sakuragi is a complete beginner at the sport, which is honestly feels really refreshing watching someone who has no clue what he's doing slowly learn the sport. Unlike seeing someone like Isagi who already knows the sport. But I guess it's not a good comparison considering that he's just watching him get better at the sport he's already good at. But you know what? Anyway, the only thing that Sakuragi has going for him is the fact that he's tall as fuck. But then again, so is every other person on the team. So except Miyagi, he's a short ass dude. Now, something I will say about Slam Dunk is that it starts off sort of like a comedy manga and mainly focuses on the humor and introducing the characters, which isn't a bad thing. But after a certain point, this manga does a complete 180. A certain event happens in Volume 7 that makes the entire vibe of this series serious instead of goofy. Now, don't get me wrong, there are still like goofy elements in it, but they aren't like in the forefront anymore. They mainly start focusing on the basketball element of this series and the development of certain characters. Like, there were moments in these games that I had no idea where it was gonna go, and I was genuinely nervous as I read. Like, I don't even like the sport, but I was super hyped during some of the games, especially the last game. Like, I have never been glued onto like a volume until I read this last one in Slam Dunk. All of the main, like, 5 players in the Shohoku team are very charming and likable characters. Like, for me personally, I think Rukawa is one of my favorite characters. I just love the rivalry between him and Sakuragi. It's just really stupid and immature, just like sibling rivalry. I don't have a sibling, by the way, so I'm just saying that because that's what I'm assuming what it's like to have siblings. And moving on. Slam Dunk is one of the few mangas I've read that I could comfortably say is a 10 out of 10. And if I were to recommend any of these manga, like, please read Slam Dunk. Something I want to convey in this video is that even if you don't know the rules of the sports in these manga, you can still enjoy them for what they are, just like a really good story. This is why you don't see me talking about any of the sports elements in them except for like one point in Slam Dunk. I get it. ISO 21 is not realistic at all, but this isn't going to stop ruin your enjoyment of the manga. If you want something more realistic, read Slam Dunk. Or if you want something that's like more of a badass sports manga with like intense like visuals and everything, read Blue Lock. These 3 are an amazing introduction into the medium, so please give it a shot. So, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and if we could reach 120 likes, that would be pretty cool, honestly. And hey, so yeah, please follow my Twitter as well. I've actually been tweeting a lot more recently. Please follow my Twitter. I just only have like I think like 65 followers. If I could get 100 followers on that, that'd be pretty cool. Like, please, some of you follow my Twitter. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and see you in the next video.
Also, something I forgot to say, Henri is so fucking hot!